Bonjour. We now have a connection. I'm talking to you, you're listening to me. Now, is this a random connection, or could it be fate? We can also attempt to make it into a two-way connection. I'll make it easy for you. I own a New York phone number. I'll make it even easier. This phone number appears on a 1962 painting, Roy Lichtenstein's desk calendar. This picture, beware, is not as simple as it looks. It's got many layers. So take a close look. It's owned by a museum in Los Angeles. It's already being studied by Hollywood. Agents can call the number on the painting. Well, let me tell you a little bit about the calendar story. I first came across this calendar in August 1999 at the Museum of Contemporary Art in Los Angeles. I was there on a vacation with Mark. I just met him the month before in Singapore, where we live, and we decided to go on a vacation together. Today, Mark's been my life partner for 18 years. Roy Lichtenstein was already my favorite artist. Now, did you notice the date at the top middle of the painting? The date of this calendar? Anyone? 21st, yes. May, yes. 1962. It was a Monday. Well, I'd seen it instantly because that's the day I was born. Are you aware of the clues the universe sends to each and every one of us in this treasure hunt called life? On the left-hand side of the painting, there's a plan for the year with the 12 months and one date circled, only one, with an arrow pointing to it. October 26. Well, Mark saw the date instantly as well. That's his birthday. So, we just seen a painting by my favorite artist depicting the day of my birth and signaling my new lover's birthday. How would you have felt? I have aged a bit in 18 years. Well, it felt like winning $100 million at the lottery. Like, you got the 6 matching numbers, and here it is. And what impact do you think this will have had on your life? Well, this photo is taken presumably a few seconds after the first one. And I guess I'm starting to process the implication of what had just happened. To put things in perspective, at that moment in time, I defined myself as a militant agnostic. As a child, I had refused to do my bar mitzvah. 2 years after this, I surrendered and had the ceremony. Talk of being in metamorphosis. From this moment, 18 years ago, I created a new life for myself and a whole body of work. We were inspired to collect art seriously, initially Chinese contemporary art, now more Southeast Asian, as a way to express our gratitude for the most romantic thing that ever happened and to leave a legacy of our story. Today, our Magma collection comprises hundreds of artworks, some that I have transformed to tell our story. I went on a quest to understand those dates, and over the years, I met everybody who could explain. Lichtenstein's widow, Dorothy, his younger son, Mitchell, The first owner of this calendar, Count Giuseppe Panza di Biumo, who bought this calendar in June 1962 for $400 from Leo Castelli. I learned that Lichtenstein created the painting for me. Have you ever noticed in your life dreams, coincidences, strange experiences that you can't quite explain without allowing for a mystery larger than us all? Pop art revealed the beauty in everyday mundane objects. A can of soup, comic books, a calendar. Artists are aware of their unique perception of the world. Impressionists saw light and color in a new way. Moi, I document divine providence. I researched the phone number. Of course, I called, and I called again. Till at some point it was no longer in use, and I managed to grab it. So a 1962 painting came to life as an interactive artwork for the mobile phone era. When the painting is on show in LA or in other museums, as it is lent for exhibition, people see the painting, the phone number, the injunction, call 212-288-4820, and they call. They call me, an art collector based in Singapore. They reach an anonymous-sounding voicemail system, so they don't know who they're calling, and I collect their messages, about 350 over 6 years. Some of the callers want to be helpful, as in, you should know your phone number is on a painting in a museum. They think they're the first to call. Others appear to believe they're calling Lichtenstein himself. They say, "Wow, sir, we love your work." Do they know he passed away in 1997? Some are more playful, like caller number 309.
Hi, I'm calling to get a hold of Stan or Mrs. or Mr. I. Wilson about the meeting with the Chamber of Commerce we had scheduled on October 26th at 7:30. Thank you, bye.
Last summer, I decided to return the calls. Some of the calls. I sent text messages from my Singapore number with an image of desk calendar to refresh the caller's memory, asking whether they would participate in my project, documenting divine providence. And I ended up having about 35 video conversations, 1 hour on average, sometimes much more, which I recorded with the participants' agreement. They showed a deep longing for very personal connections. A few seconds into the call, they were telling me deep stuff. We all have stories that show what I call divine providence and that you can call something else. They're always poetic. They're sometimes spectacular. Through the project, I met my cosmic twin, Michael. One of the callers, he flew to San Francisco to meet me recently from Texas. Like me and 300,000 other babies, he's born on Monday, May 21, 1962. like me. He loves Lichtenstein and has a personal collection. He's Jewish, he's gay, he works in advertising. He was in his first museum visit in Chicago when he called with his new lover, today his husband. His grandmother is born on October 26, was born on October 26. Kim and John, a married couple from Chicago. When they were kids, they both fell on their hands, on a pencil, on each of their hands, and as a result have a little blue scar where the pencil broke. So, on Skype, they tried to show me the blue dots I didn't see, so they emailed me a photo. Here's Thomas, a caller from New York. He shared with me a few stories, including an episode of synchronicity involving himself, Lichtenstein, and me.
When I got your text, I thought somebody was playing a joke on me. A couple of months ago, I was walking down the street and I saw a print of the drowning girl. So I picked it up and I put it on my wall. For some reason, Lichtenstein came up. So just the night before, I had Googled him and we were talking about it. And then the next day, I got your text. But I guess, strange things happen. Some kind of magic, right?
Out of more than 30 hours of recordings, with dedicated help from video artist Romy Engel, I created a 5-minute video, which is titled Evidence, and it was selected by the Contemporary Jewish Museum in San Francisco out of 700 entries, so it's now on show over there. In a way, it's a new media continuation of this calendar. The process created its own magic. I almost fell from my chair when I received an email from Kim and John after they'd seen Evidence. Another couple in the video, are their friends, Eddie and Abby from Minneapolis, and of course they had no clue that they were both participating in the project, and I couldn't guess they knew each other. Some of the participants have started to connect directly, exchanging tips about where to go on vacation. But more importantly, I realized that through the project that art is not just for the happy and intellectual people. Through the stories that people shared with me, through a WhatsApp message from one of the callers who said he wouldn't participate in my project because he was homeless. So can art become the ultimate democracy? Like these dots, are we all connected? Can we opt in or opt out? Will you call 1-212-288-4820? Does this sound random? It could be fate. That would be free will. Free will. But the key thing is to be aware, to embrace life, as my old friend Marcel used to say. Aimez la vie vous aimera. Love life, life will love you. Merci.